Hey there, my Staley crew. This is Andrew Staley here, and you may ask why I hadn't uploaded a lot. Well, that's because on my old channel, my tablet was not working properly, so yeah. Now I got a new channel, so yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. Last time on Bosses versus Bosses, we compared the Origins Panzer from Black Ops 3 to the Amalgam on BO6, to the Margwa on Shadows of Evil. Now today, we're going to be comparing the Origins Panzer to the Amalgam on BO6. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. Starting off with the Black Ops 3 Origins Panzer. Now, the first one, no matter if you're playing the original Black Ops 2 Origins or the Black Ops 3 version, it's always going to be the same story. The first one will always spawn on round 8 after you open the door to No Man's Land. Once you do that, that's when the first Panzer spawns on round 8. So, the first one you kill will grant you one of the parts for the Fire Staff. So if you want the Fire Staff, awesome. But after round 8 will really depend on how many players you have in the game. Similar, no matter if you're playing the original or the Black Ops 3 version, it's going to depend on how many players you have and what you're choosing. If you're doing an actual solo game and you're not doing private matches, it's only going to be one Panzer every 4 to 5 rounds. Kind of like with the Hellhound rounds, except you're just dealing with zombies and Papa Panzer himself. But if you're playing with 2, 3, or 4 players in the game, in the match, and you're doing private matches, it's mostly going to be every 3rd round, and you're going to get a couple of them spawning in. Now, Panzer is going to have 3 attacks. This first one is going to be his flamethrower, which is very, very deadly if you do not know what you're doing. The best way to avoid the flamethrower is basically don't get too close to him. So yeah, keep your distance. Because if you're not in a zombie-free area, easily swarmed by zombies, and you're cornered, that is a good way on how the flamethrower will easily down players. But if you're in a zombie-free area, then I found the best way to avoid the flamethrower is just don't get too close. And just don't stay in the same spot all the time, and you shouldn't really have to worry about him trying to crush you. Just don't stay in the same spot for too long, and you should be pretty much fine for the most part. His claw, if you're far away from him, he'll actually use his claw to try to grab you. His claw can only grab one player at a time. So, to get out of that, you'll need to shoot the light on his hand or his mask. If you have the Ray Gun Mark II or the Boom Hilda, you can easily escape that. At the perfect moment, he should let go of you. His most powerful attack is going to be his melee attack, which will definitely 2-hit down you with Jug. If you don't have Jug, you go down automatically. Now, on Black Ops 2, since we didn't have gobble gums on Black Ops 2, we ended up having to do the MP40 strat or having a packed shotgun. But on the Black Ops 3 version, if you try to do the same thing, it's going to be a lot harder because the Black Ops 3 version will have a lot more HP and is going to be more tankier. Now, it's not like it's not the end of the world, because remember, Black Ops 3 does have gobblegums and mega gobblegums. So if you're playing online, the best way to go around that, you'll need to run shopping freeze, extra credits, perkas, or soda fountains and power vacuums in order to open up the map on round 1. Again, the best way to do it really is just, if you get shopping for your extra credit on the first go, you're golden. You're golden, basically. And again, it's really not too hard once you do get the perfect run. Now, once you do open up the map, I recommend just trying to get a Perkaholic after the extra credit or shopping free, you'll be able to get all your perks. Now, I found the easiest. Now, once you do that, you'll be able to get your G-Strikes, your Boomhilda, and your staff pretty early. Again, I recommend keeping your Mauser for this one as well, because it's going to be a big helpful, because when you pack it to the Boomhilda, it becomes a pocket wonder weapon. Now, once you do get set up with one of the staffs upgraded, the Ray Gun Mark II or the Boomhilda, the Origins Panzer will be a lot easier to kill. Especially on round 8, if you have the Boomhilda and one of the staffs and your G-Strikes, it's going to be a much easier fight compared to doing the MP40 strat. So again, it really just depends on what you run. Overall, I had plenty of videos to explain why I love the Origins Panzer, and why I consider him a great challenge on Origins. Now, unlike other bosses, the Origins Panzer you can leave somewhere on the map. To do that, you can leave him somewhere on the map and he shows up a bit later. Use that to your advantage, especially if you get a Panzer and Templar around, you want to use that to your advantage. Again, this is where the Ray Gun Mark II and the Boomhilda and your staff will become extremely handy. Especially on high rounds, the best way to avoid dying, just have the Mark II, the Boomhilda, or one of the staffs upgraded, and you should be good for the most part. You can run packed shotguns, which will be alright against him, but really, I recommend one of the staffs, the Mark II, or the Boomhilda. Those are going to be your best friends at taking him out. Overall, Origins Panzer will always be one of my favorite bosses, mostly the Black Ops 3 version. I give him a 10 out of 10. Okay. 10. He can. And Origins is definitely a great map, and I personally love Origins. I'm such an Origins fan. Now, let's take a look at the Amalgam. And to be honest, he is the exact opposite of the Origins Panzer, which I personally hate dealing with. Now, to start with, the first Amalgam spawns on round 16, so it gives you more time than the Origins Panzer, yeah, but in the first one you deal with, if you get a tier 2 packed or tier 3 packed gun before round 16, and you keep your distance, the first Amalgam isn't too bad. But once you really start getting once you start getting to like the 4th or 5th Amalgam round, and you get up to 2 of them on the map, that's when things really become a lot harder, because especially if you have all those zombies, mimics, and doppelgases on the map, it can get stressful at times. Now, a lot of players do recommend getting the staff, the ice staff, and upgrading it. Like, if you're able to do that, great. But if you're like me and you're not that great at the tomb, I just run mutant ejections, which are definitely your best friends at taking them out. And yeah, that's like, once you start getting up there, for me, the only way I can really kill the Amalgams without dying ever is running the mutant ejections. Those are really the only way I could really kill this dude. But otherwise, there's really no easy way to do it, unless you get the ice staff or the mutant injection. That just really makes, like, I have died plenty of times by the Amalgam. They have a powerful grappling attack that's kind of similar to the Origins Panzer, but once he grabs you, man, there is no way you're getting out of that. And even if you have full HP with Jug, he one-hits you with that, which is horrible, unless if you have armor. That is just the exact reason why I personally hate this. This dude just made me rage quit the tomb on round 41 plenty of times. I gotta be honest, I never liked the Amalgam. Overall, 2 Amalgams plus zombies, mimics, and droppable gases on the map, way too much for me personally. Especially 2 of them on the map at the same time. No way. No way you would pay me to do that. Okay? So overall, 0 out of 10 for the Amalgam. And I do consider him the worst thing ever added to Black Ops 6. Now, if I was going up to round 50, and I had a full setup, no matter if it's having a Ray Gun Mark II, the wonder weapon of the map, my boom held out, or even a packed LMG, like the LMG with double tap 2, or a packed shotgun. If I had to choose between the Black Ops 3 Origins Panzer Soldat to the Black Ops 6 Amalgam, which one I would rather deal with? I would rather deal with the Black Ops 3 Origins Panzer by a landslide. And here's why. Because, yes, on round 8, if you don't get set up and you're not prepared, it's going to be a lot harder. Yes, especially on the Black Ops 3 version. But if you're like me and run shopping frees, extra credits, perkas, and soda fountains, and you open up the map on round 1, get your staff, your boom hilda, your G-Strike before round 8, Papa Panzer becomes a much easier fight especially compared to running the normal MP40 strat. But the Amalgam, on the other hand, it may give you more time before round 16, and the first one, if you get set up, isn't too bad. Once you start getting up there, man, it's almost impossible to kill him on round 50 without the ice staff, or it's almost impossible to get up to high rounds because of what they throw at you, especially on Terminus, the Tomb, or Cia de Morris. So overall, Origins Panzer definitely gets the win, and the Amalgam is the exact reason why I don't play the Tomb, or Cia de Morris, or Lodi, or Terminus. Oh yeah. If you disagree with my personal opinion, that's perfectly fine. You're allowed to have your own opinion. Just as long as you respect my opinion, I respect yours. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below, and let me know what bosses I should do next. Also, if you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell icon, so that way you won't miss any future videos from me, Andrew Staley. Anyway, this is Andrew Staley, signing off. Till next time, I'll see you later, my Staley crew. Bye-bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.